Oh my God. This is absolutely insane. We are talking about The Acolyte, a show that was not well received, was not viewed by many people at all. And it turns out things are even worse. Hey, thanks for being here. Appreciate you checking out the channel. Do me a favor as we get growing, smash that like button. It helps out tremendously with YouTube. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also, always look, I know there aren't a lot on this channel. I have a sports channel where there are more. I always read all of the comments, even if I don't have time to respond. So please let me know the type of content you want as well, because I absolutely do pay attention. But um, the Acolyte, as we can see here, right? Not well received. Critics loved it, of course, because it was a lot more about the activism of the show than the quality of the show. But the fans, 19%. It was an absolute disaster. Nobody like. I mean, this was the epitome. I don't know if this was specifically was the trigger for it because there were a lot of other things as well that have been going on. But I think we all know, if you do not watch the show, have at least seen the clip from South Park about Kathleen Kennedy. Put a chick in it, make it lame and gay, and that is exactly what the Acolyte was all about. And here's the thing: no one would care if it was good. That is the thing they are failing to understand. The quality is not there. The writing is terrible. The stories are terrible. And in a lot of these, I don't know whether it's because Disney doesn't want to pay or because they don't give them enough time, but the CGI not exactly great. But here is what made it a whole lot worse. They lied about the budget, folks, and it is a lot higher, as you can see here with Forbes' cost of Star Wars show. The Acolyte surges to $250 million. $250 million for a show no one watched that was what I believe 6 or 8 episodes that were only about a half hour each. And how we talked about this with the movies and how the superhero movies just are not going to be doing $1 billion plus lately, and what they need to do to keep making them. Like, look, 500, $600 million at the box office is not a bad number, unless your budget is two, three, $400 million. Then it is, right? Same thing here. There's no way Disney benefited by getting enough subscribers who then stuck around for them to afford $230 billion for this show. Right? So as the Acolyte's budget turned out to be much higher than first reported. I believe it was first reported at 100. There's 180 million, and it's actually 230.8 million dollars. Scrap Star Wars show The Acolyte reportedly cost Disney $230.8 million for a show nobody wanted, for a show nobody liked, for a show nobody watched. And this has unfortunately been the pattern with Disney for quite a while. Will it wake them up? We keep asking that. We keep waiting for that. Hopefully it does. Hopefully they get back to making quality movies that tell good stories about characters people are interested in seeing, instead of letting people write their personal fan fiction and spend hundreds of millions of dollars to put that on the screen and thinking people are going to want to watch it and going to want to go enjoy it. And one thing I would add real quick, and I thought about doing it maybe a series about all this because I think it's kind of interesting. You may all be familiar with, and just a recent example, The Big Bang Theory, whether you liked it or not. It obviously it did really well. It went for 12 seasons, as most great successful shows do. It probably ran a little long, but look, as far as sitcoms go, it was a great sitcom. It was well written, well acted, and had characters that were interesting and that you cared about. Because here's the thing, and this is why that matters so much. There was a lot of stuff in that people could point to, just like they do with the Acolyte and this other stuff, but no one did because, again, well written, people laughed, characters people cared about or found interesting. But look, you get into it, you can talk about how with Penny's character, it was very much, pro the sleep around slut stuff that we have now. She was never shamed for that. She never suffered any consequences for that. And by all accounts for that show, there were a lot of people, right? It was anti-Christian when you look at Sheldon's mom. and the things they had her saying, how she was treated. It was anti-small town. When you look at what a lot of the things Sheldon would say about back home in Texas, it had that slant, if you want to call it left right. It absolutely had that, but it was couched in a really, really good show, so nobody cared. Okay, so Disney, understand that and just get back to making good stuff that people care about. But let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. And hey, if you watched the Alcala and liked it, that's great. Obviously, overall, it didn't vibe with Star Wars fans, but that's how it goes. Maybe Disney will change and get back to giving us something that we love. I think they should go back into the extended universe and actually make some stuff from there. But we'll see if that happens. Anyway, let me know. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. And I'll talk to you in the next video.